Hello, everybody. How is everybody on this beautiful Veterans Day? Turn the volume down on that one. So, I don't know how many of you know. Lots of you probably do. I'm a veteran. I spent 20 years in the United States Air Force as an aircraft mechanic and loved every minute of it. And happy to be a veteran. Happy to not be active duty anymore. Thank you very much. So today was very nice. It was a good day. I saw lots of memories posted on Facebook of my friends and places I've been and things I've done, and yeah, all the people I've served with. So that was really fun. And I got free lunch today. We went to Chicken Salad Chick, and they gave us free lunch. Hey, Darlene. I don't know why I can't see my comments on here. There we go. So today was nice. And tonight, in 2 hours, is our Stampin' Up! Convention. It's online this year. And I'm so excited to get to see new things and learn new things and see all the awards and recognition and all the accomplishments of people this year. So, we have a lot of things going on today. So, this is the card that we're going to be making. And I'm going to use lots of different techniques. It's a messy card. I like messy cards. You guys should know that. I like to do all kinds of things on one card. So, it'll be fun. There's not really a right or wrong. So, if you want to just play around with this, you can. And this paper... So we start with just a white piece of paper, but it reminds me of the paper that we had last year with the snowflakes on it. But I loved that paper. Loved it. So, can I show you something? And so let me apologize for I've been gone for 2 weeks. Last week I was working in Florida. I know, it's a tough job. Somebody has to do it. But actually, it was so cold. It was so cold. I mean, I say so cold. I don't live in the north anymore. I used to live in North Dakota, so I actually do know what cold is. But it was about 50 degrees, and the wind was blowing really hard, and we were in an aircraft hangar. And if you know anything about aircraft hangars, they're completely metal, and they're completely concrete floors, and there's no place to get away from the cold. So all day long, 50 degrees in the humid Florida weather. I froze to death. I was like, I wasn't dressed for it. I didn't know I was going to be so cold. Hey, my sister's watching. It was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, sister. And the day before, it was my mama's birthday. So we got all kinds of things going on this week in November. So I want to show you something that I made. Can I show you something I made? I've learned to crochet, and I made a pumpkin. This yarn is so fun. And you know what? When I mess up, you can't even tell that I've messed up. I don't know that I messed up or if I didn't mess up, but isn't it just so fun? First of all, I love pumpkins. I have a pumpkin patch in my house. Not real pumpkins. And then I made this one. This one's velvet. So, as you can tell, I am not just a card maker. I am a crafter. Like, if there's a craft to do, I will do it. And then there's this sad one that I have to fix it. I have to, like, put a bow on it or something. He's cute, but he's just not quite done. He's a little baby one. So, anyway, that's my latest adventure, crocheting. Okay, all the things, all the crafty things. So, okay, let's get started making a card. You ready? So we're going to start with blending brushes. And we're going to blend with 4 different colors. I can't count today. We're going to start with Highland Heather and put some purple on here. how did I, so the Peggy, it's super easy, to make a pumpkin. Like, it's just it's a single crochet in the back loop, but you just make a rectangle. So you make a rectangle and then you sew the edges together, and so it makes like a loop, right? And then you gather the ends and it makes a pumpkin. It's not hard. It's super easy. And there's tons of people that do it on YouTube, because heaven knows I need somebody to show me how. I'm not good enough to just make it up myself yet. I've made a couple scarves. If my sister's watching, you're getting a scarf for Christmas. I hope you need a scarf, because that's what you're getting. That's what everybody's getting. Scarves or hats. Okay, so I put some purple on there. This is the Highland Heather. I'll leave it open because we're going to stamp with it in a minute. And then we're going to put some Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue. And you know, usually I worry about the, you know, when you blend, you should start over here. And then it gives you a good, nice, clean blend. But for this card, really, I don't think that those harsh spots are going to matter too much, because we're going to stamp on top of this anyway. So, like I said before, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want. Oh yeah, there's tons of videos. I watched one today earlier. I can't even remember it. Anyway, Peggy, if you want to private message me, I'll tell you. I'll give you the links to my favorites. But there's tons of them, and they're all super cute. These pumpkins. This one's Misty Moonlight. So I'm gonna put some more purple in here, because I think we're missing out on the purple. Ooh, that's dark. No rules. And then what's this one? Pacific Point. You know Pacific Point's dark. I love that color. Just kind of blend it all in. Use your snowflake imagination. Make it feel like wintry. Is that wintry enough? Okay, I think we're done with those. So we'll put those away. Okay, so now I got out this stamp from Artistically Inked. And I know you're thinking she's crazy. But watch this. I'm going to use the Balmy Blue. I've got to make sure I have the right one. That's my favorite for this. So we're just going to look at this. Look at how blizzardy. Is that a word? Sandy got her box out. Okay, my granddaughter's going to craft with me. Look at how, does that look blizzardy? Is that a word? Did I just make up a new word? It's blizzardy. I like it. Oh, it was an honor to serve. I enjoyed almost, I enjoyed 95% of the minutes I served. Can I say that? Of course I can. Okay, so now we're going to stamp some snowflakes. We're going to stamp a few in Highland Heather. I'm not going to stamp any in the Balmy Blue. So I'll put that away. So I'm going to stamp some in Highland Heather. And again, yours doesn't have to look like mine. It's random. These will all be different. If yours looks like mine, I'd be a little disappointed. I want you to use your imagination. And then we're going to stamp some in Pacific Point. As I say that, as I put it right into the Misty Moonlight. Ooh, look how pretty that is. I love that color. Okay, and then I have this one left, and I am going to, so these snowflakes are all from, I got so many things to tell you. I have so many things to tell you. These snowflakes are from Snowflake Wishes. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to emboss on this piece of paper right here. So I'm going to start with the embossing buddy that we don't sell anymore. Yes, you get the 95% or 90% of the enjoying my time. Yeah, I'm sure you do, as a wife who probably missed her husband doing lots of birthday and things by yourself. I think sometimes being a military wife is harder than being military. Let me tell you a story. Can I tell you a story? Okay. When I was stationed in North Dakota, September 11th, I had orders to come to Georgia, and in the military, your orders mean that's where you're going next. So I had my orders to come to Georgia, and so I came down to Georgia, and I found an apartment, and I was actually here in Georgia on 9/11. Well, after 9/11, I had to go back home, and I had to pack up all my stuff, and I had to out-process and do all the things that I had to do still. So I go home, and all of my friends, I go home to North Dakota, all of my friends are getting on airplanes to go away. I want to go with them. They won't let me go with them because I'm supposed to be in Georgia. I'm on my way to Georgia, so I can't go with my friends. All of my friends got on an airplane and went away, and I was so sad. I'm going to cry right now. I stood on the flight line in Grand Forks, North Dakota on September probably 19th-ish, something like that. It might have even been closer to the 11th. And watched all of my friends take off on airplanes. And I didn't think I would see any of them again. Not that they would die. That wasn't my thought. But my thought was, I'm leaving this place and I'm never going to see them again. So I was super, super, super sad. And at that moment in time, I had been in 10 years, over 10 years. I had been in a while anyway. I kind of got the feeling, I was always the one who left, you know, and in the military, this is going to sound horrible, but in the military, like I was always the one who left. So it didn't really faze me, the leaving behind part. But I finally felt a little bit of what it's like to be a spouse or the people that have to say goodbye. Yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And I don't envy military wives for having to say goodbye to their loved ones all the time. So I get it. And thank you. Thank you for what you do supporting the military. So, this is Versamark. If you don't know what it is, it's kind of like glue. So we're going to stamp in glue, basically. And I'm going to stamp some more snowflakes, and then we're going to emboss them in white. And the hard part about this is, like, I don't really know where they are. Because once you lift your stamp up, like, you really can't see it. So, again, with the randomness, I'm hoping that that's random enough. So, I have some white. Yeah, every 3 years. I change duty stations quite often, too. I was stationed in Keesler, Mississippi. My daughter was born. I was stationed in McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey. I was stationed in Germany. I was stationed in North Dakota. And then I got stationed here in Georgia, and I love it here, and I'll never leave. So there you go. Lots of different places. I need some white down here. At least I think I need some white down there. Okay. And now, before I heat this up, we'll put this out of the way. Do you remember when we did that cool technique with the glue and the water? We're going to do that again. So you get a little bit of Tombow glue, and you just squirt it out on a, whatever, I use a block, and then some water. And you just kind of mix it up and get it kind of runny. Hello in Aussie land. It's tomorrow in Aussie land. How is the 12th? Is it a good day? Okay, so I'm just gonna splatter this, okay? This glue water mixture. Hello, Rhonda Mullins. How was your Veterans Day? So I splattered that on there, and then I'm gonna add some more of this embossing powder. Ooh, let me get my... I am a messy crafter. You should see my desk when I work. And then it's gonna look it's gonna look like snow on there. And it's gonna look even better after we heat it up. All right. So there's our snow splatters. Let's heat it up. So I'm gonna get the embossing done. So it's gonna be noisy for a minute. I apologize. So here we go. There they come. I don't know if you can see it when it starts to turn white. You have to make sure you get all the embossing powder on those extra dots have to get melted. I feel like you don't want to watch me heat emboss, but it's such an amazing, it's so fun. Is it not just the funnest thing? And so satisfying. Okay, so here's another thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to splatter a little bit with water, just water. And maybe we can get, well, I got to get the glue off of there. So maybe we can get some water splatters on here. Like I said, I love to do the different... Ooh, those are going to be nice water splatters. I like to do all the different things. And then, because I haven't done enough things, is the Wink of Stella to make it a little bit shiny. Okay, now it's got to dry for a minute because we put lots of wet things on there. So we'll just let it dry for a minute. We can put, what can we do while we're waiting? We can make our tag for the front. So let's make our tag while this dries. Dry quickly. I don't know how quickly it's going to dry, but I'm going to move that mess out of the way. Okay, so I need a scrap. Here's a scrap. I need a sentiment, and this sentiment is from the Peaceful Deer, and it says, sending love and peace this season. Ooh, I was going to tell you some fun things. So, let's talk about the special we have right now during the month of November. Oh, Peggy, Wink of Stella is so much fun. Put it on everything. And if you need, you can squeeze it. Oh, I don't know if they're open or not. Let me show you a trick, Peggy. So when you get a Wink of Stella, right here, there will be a black grommet. You have to take your Wink of Stella apart like this. Don't be afraid. Take it apart. Take that little grommet out. Otherwise your Wink of Stella won't do anything and you'll get mad. So don't forget the grommet. And you might forget it to start, but you won't forget it afterwards. You'll be like, why in the world is this not working? Oh yeah, Sandra told me. Okay, so we have a special. If you're in different parts of the world, it's going to be different dollar amounts. But in the United States, right now, joining Stampin' Up! Is usually $99. And you get $125 worth of product. Right now, during the month of November, it is $75. So you save $25 on the starter kit. $25. That's nice. So, starting on the 16th, this is the Label Me Fancy Punch. Starting on the 16th through the 19th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 16th through the 18th, 16th through the 18th, we're having a sale. Stampin' Up! Is having a sale. And Stampin' Up! Sale is 10% off of cardstock, 15% off of ink pads, and 20% off of dies in the annual catalog. That's this one. Any of the dies in the annual catalog. And there's lots of them. They are 20% off. Look at all these dies. Look, all these dies, all these dies, they're all 20% off. All these dies, all of them, every die in the annual catalog. So, if you've ever thought about joining Stampin' Up!, buying the starter kit, I welcome you to do it now. At least on the 16th, when the sale starts. I kind of want to make sure that that Wink of Stella is dry right there. It was a big glob. So, it looks like it is. I'm also messy with my hands. Okay. So, I am going to put my card together. So, Stampin' Seal on the back of here. Now, you can use the liquid glue. And I think that's what I did on the first one that I made. But you see how it's a little bit warped? Because I got it so wet. I did so much with it. I kind of want it to be super sticky and stick down really well. So, I used the Stampin' Seal this time. I love Stampin' Seal. Okay. Here we go. With the Highland Heather card base. And then the Pacific Point. This one's backwards from the other one. See, this one has a Highland Heather. I made it backwards. I wanted to see what it looked like. I wanted to see which one we liked better. Same colors, different order. Oh, I also went to California, and I visited my friend Wendy Cranford, who I love dearly. And oh my gosh, she lives right outside of Sacramento. She lives about an hour outside of Sacramento. Her instructions to us as we were driving the rental car were, keep driving until you think you're driving into the abyss, and then you're almost at my house. Huh? She lives out in the country, which I never really thought. Out in the country. When I think of California, that's not what I think of. But sure enough, she lives out in the country. So here's my set. I gotta get this straight. And it's not straight on my block, so. It's close. May your heart be lifted in praise this Christmas for the wonderful gift of Jesus and the joy he brings to our lives. And that sentiment is from For Unto Us, which is a gorgeous stamp set. I love it. I love it. Okay. And then I'm going to put a snowflake in the corner because I can. And I think it shall be purple. It shall be Highland Heather. Okay. Look, again with the ink on my fingers. You have to know that I'm a crafter if you ever run into me outside my house. I probably have strings and glue and stuff hanging all over me. You just never know with me. So there's the inside. And then, oh, so we're not quite done yet. I don't know what's going on there. So we have, I'm just going to pop up the sentiment. Hey, Petsy. Yes, I'm sure there's dimensional papers hanging off my clothes. You never know with those things. I know my friend had them like it's on her dog's nose. I'm like, that's just hilarious. Okay, so sending you love and peace this season. Now, I have these little guys. You see these little guys? These are snowflakes, and they're cut out of the snowy white velvet paper. I know you can't tell that from where you are, but they're fuzzy. And they're the dies that go with the snowflake wishes. Oh, which, because that's in the annual catalog, will be 20% off starting on the 16th. I'm telling you, I'm making a list for that. I can't wait. Okay, so, and guess what? The baby dimensional goes right in the middle, right? So you can't see it because, you know, Stampin' Up! Is just so, they're so smart. Of course it does, my friend Jenny would say. Of course it does. The dimensional fits right there. So we planned it that way. So then there's 3 of these little snowflakes because we got to have all the texture we can have. All the different things. And then, oh, and here's the part that I had fun with. Not that I didn't have fun with the rest of that. But I use these, the blue adhesive dots. Like I don't use them enough. But they're perfect for this. Are they not? Blue adhesive dot. How often do you get to use blue adhesive dots? I don't want you stuck to my finger. I want you stuck to my card. Right there. So we have blue adhesive backed gems. And then, wait for it, I'm going to use some of these. They're fresh freesia, but they're the in color. And they're so pretty. So then we're going to have some purple on here. And then, if that's not enough, if it's enough, that's fine. And if it's not, we'll just put some regular rhinestones on here. Because nothing shines quite like our basic rhinestones. I'm going to put another one right next to that one. Just because. Ha! So there you go. There's my card with all of the different techniques and all of the bling that you could possibly imagine. And some water stains and some heat embossing and some blending and some, like, how many different techniques did we use? Yeah, and there's more. Yep. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed my card and my war stories. I got a lot of war stories. Most of them I can't tell on the air. I'm kidding. Most of them I can tell on the air. I'm not really all that interesting. But anyway, I hope everybody had an amazing Veterans Day. If you are a veteran, or you are the mom of a veteran, or the wife of a veteran, or the significant other, or the daughter, or the whatever of a veteran. If you love a veteran, I love you. And thank you so much for all that you have done for our country. If you love a veteran, you have served. So thank you, and I will check you guys next week. Okay? Thanks for hanging out with me.